Joel, a man from Texas, walks into his house late at night and is on the phone with someone named Tommy about a job. His daughter Sarah is on the couch and wakes up when he turns on the lights. She gives him a birthday gift, and they have a brief conversation. Later that night, the phone rings, and Sarah answers to hear Tommy telling her to get Joel on the phone. The line goes dead, and she can't find Joel in his bedroom. She sees a news report about a pandemic and an explosion nearby. And Joel bursts into the room, telling her to stay away from the doors and that something is wrong with the Coopers. Joel and Sarah are startled when an infected Cooper bangs into their sliding glass door. Joel shoots Cooper as he charges towards them. Joel warns Sarah that something bad is happening and they need to leave. They head towards Tommy's house. And on the way, they see that many people have lost their minds due to a parasite or something similar. They try to listen to the news on the radio but fail to get any information. They come across a burning farmstead and realize that the infection has spread all over the country. They encounter some people on the roadside but Joel refuses to help, citing that he has seen things that they haven't. When they reach the city, they are stuck in a traffic jam on the highway. Joel, Sarah, Tommy are driving when they encounter a motorist being attacked by an infected person. They try to turn around, but are blocked by escaping citizens. As they try to flee, they get into a car accident and Sarah is injured. Joel gives Tommy his gun and Tommy stays behind to fight off the infected while Joel and Sarah escape. They encounter numerous obstacles, but eventually make it to a bridge where they are saved by a soldier, as Joel is leading Sarah to safety amidst chaos and violence.
We're not sick.
They encounter a soldier who warns someone of civilians nearby. Sarah asks about Uncle Tommy, prompting Joel to reassure her they will go back for him. However, the soldier raises his rifle to shoot them, causing both Sarah and Joel to fall down the hill. Tommy arrives and kills the soldier, but Sarah is shot and dies in Joel's arms despite his efforts to save her. Joel grieves for his daughter and pleads to God to spare her life. As the world falls apart due to a pandemic caused by a failed vaccine, martial law is imposed. Riots break out, and a rebel group called the Fireflies emerges. 20 years later, Joel wakes up to Tess pouring herself a drink. They had a successful drop but were ambushed by two men sent by a man named Robert. Tess reveals she knows where Robert is hiding, and they set off to confront him. They hurry to get through a checkpoint before curfew. Joel and Tess walk out onto the street and hear an announcement on the loudspeaker. They pass by a ration line and some citizens getting arrested. Joel sees an acquaintance who tells him that Mary Ann was taken by the military for being a firefly. They reach a checkpoint, show their new papers and are about to leave when an explosion occurs. They flee to an apartment to patch themselves up. Tess tells Joel that they will have to go around the outside since all the checkpoints will be closed. They hear that Marlene is looking for Robert and decide to find him before the Fireflies do. They enter a far apartment and move an entertainment center to reveal tunnel access. They jump down and enter the tunnel. Remarking on the terrible smell, they turn on the generator, loot the workbench for gear, and exit through a hidden wall into an old shop. They climb over a wall and into an abandoned suburb to retrieve their stolen merchandise from Robert. While navigating through an old apartment complex, they come across a passage filled with fungal spores and put on their gas masks. They discover an infected corpse and later find an infected person trapped under rubble.
Better keep your eyes and ears open.
Jesus! Watch it. Help me. My mask broke. Don't leave me to turn. Please.
What do you want to do? Poor bastard. Babe, you hear that? Shh.
Finally, they exit the building and pass through a false wall. They come across a makeshift bridge,
Damn it.
which collapses,
Plank fell down.
and Tess asks Joel to retrieve a heavy plank. They reach their destination and enter a corner apartment where they pay off a lookout with a
Hey, little man.
ration card. They encounter some acquaintances and pass through an old bus to continue.
Go still. I'm looking
They
for Robert.
eventually reach a man who tells them that Robert is at the wharf.
Half hour ago. He went back to the wharf. He's there now.
Here we go.
Let us through.
You guys need to turn around and head back if you know what's good for you.
Our beef isn't with you. We just want Robert. You don't want to do this.
Turn the fuck around and leave now.
I'm not going anywhere without Robert.
Bitch, I will bash your skull unless you turn around and get your dumb ass out of here.
Fuck this.
Take
They fight off the remaining foes and continue their mission.
Yeah.
They boost each other up a locked stairway and encounter more of Robert's men. Joel spots them and prepares for a fight. Two sentries discuss the Fireflies executing civilians. Before Tess and Joel quietly eliminate them, they move to the far garage and kill all the guards before proceeding to the wharf area to find Robert. As they approach, two more sentries discuss their dwindling supplies and the state of the zone.
There's our boy. That cocky son of a bitch.
Let's go wrap this up.
Tess and Joel enter Robert's office, and he pulls out a gun. They attempt to reason with him, but he refuses to listen.
Nothing to talk about.
Put your gun down!
Go fuck yourself,
He's running!
Robert.
Joel, this way!
Joel, Tess, and Robert are in a confrontation over missing guns. Robert tries to explain his situation but is met with violence from Joel and Tess. Robert eventually admits to selling the guns to the Fireflies and suggests they attack and retrieve them. Tess shoots and kills Robert.
That is a stupid idea.
They meet Marlene, who paid for the guns, and strike a deal to smuggle something out of the city in exchange for the guns. Military forces arrive, forcing them to leave quickly. Marlene led Joel and Tess through the rooftops as they heard an
Holy shit.
explosion a few blocks away. Marlene explained that they were trying to defend themselves against the government's attempts to use them as a scapegoat. They entered a warehouse and encountered some guards. After neutralizing them, they came across a guarded bridge that led to the Capitol building, and they made it to the other side. They entered a back room of a warehouse where Marlene stumbled, and a young girl appeared with a knife. Tess caught her before anything happened, and Marlene explained that the girl was not one of hers but could be smuggled to the Capitol building to meet with the Fireflies. Tess insisted on seeing the weapons before they proceeded, and Marlene agreed to lead them to the weapons while she got patched up. However, the girl could not cross to that part of town. Marlene asked Joel to watch over Ellie, but Ellie didn't want to go with him. Marlene explained that she knew Joel's brother and that he could be trusted. Joel